The language face-off is one of the many that is expected since the budget session reconvened. There will be various points of contentions. It's begun with the education policy's three-language policy, and you can see that face-off also between the DMK and the Centre. But it's going to continue, where other South states will also jump in when the question of delimitation comes in. Duplicate voter cards, it's something which was raised by Rahul Gandhi on day one when the Parliament session reconvened for the budget session. US trade tariffs is something that the opposition wants to pick up. And of all, one of the most contentious issues that will face the Parliament in this budget session is the Waqf Amendment Bill. The government will be bringing it to the fore. Moreover, Immigration and Foreigners Bill 2025. At the back of all of this, the questions that we pose for our face-off this evening. Number one, Hindi imposition, real fear or fear-mongering? What's going on in the Parliament? So that's the first question that we're going to ask. Is the Centre covertly pushing Hindi through NEP's three-language policy? South parties creating imaginary linguistic hysteria for political gain. This is something which the BJP has constantly targeted the DMK of. Why is the Centre withholding education funds to Tamil Nadu? The DMK has spoken in Parliament. Funds to the tune of 5,000 crores are being held right now until and unless the Tamil Nadu government in entirety practices what the NEP says and implements the three-language policy. The other thing which is asked right now by the Centre is, why is the DMK denying Hindi as an option in Tamil Nadu? Language war, clearly the first showdown in the reconvened budget session. Let's cut across to our panelists. For both of them, we're going to have a 2-minute timer. They'll have that time to speak, and then it will transfer to their opponent. A. Sarvanan, spokesperson DMK with us. Anil K. Antony, national spokesperson BJP. A. Sarvanan, the DMK is fighting a pitched battle in Parliament when it comes down to the national education policy, primarily the three-language policy. All other southern states, A. Sarvanan, have implemented the three-language policy. It's an option. They might oppose it, but in spirit, they have implemented it. Why isn't the DMK doing the same? Because the Centre says you promised to do it on the 15th of March, and now you've taken a U-turn.
Yeah. See, historically, the state of Tamil Nadu has been opposing this Hindi imposition via the third language formula from 1937. 1937, we opposed it. In 1940, they shut down the third language, compulsory third language. In 1965, again, we opposed the language policies. In 1968, the resolution was passed in the Tamil Nadu State Assembly, stating that Tamil Nadu will follow only the two-language formula. So it has got a legal sanctity in the form of a resolution in the Tamil Nadu State Assembly. And from 1968, we have been well served with this two-language formula. If Tamil Nadu has been growing educationally, economically, socially, that is because this model is a successful model. We have been able to deliver education to everybody. If you look at the gross enrollment ratio of the state of Tamil Nadu, it is at 47%. Actually, twice that of the national average. So why should we follow something which has not given results? This is one aspect. The other aspect is, there are states, the North Indian states, where in Hindi is the native language. They are not even studying in two languages. They are only studying one language. So this is going to be one set of rules for the North Indian states and one set of rules for the states which are performing well. That is the state of Tamil Nadu. They say we will implement these three languages. We are saying we don't want it because our results, our outcomes are spectacular. And if you look at the top colleges, top universities, everything is in the state of Tamil Nadu. Why? We can attribute it to anybody, but we are saying we have been successful only because we are having the two-language formula, because we are not giving burden to the students. We are giving them that extra time to study science, maths, or any other technical subject which is going to help them, which has helped them. That is the outcome the Tamil Nadu is speaking about. So we will not, at any cost, we will not accept this three-language formula. It is an indirect way of implementing Hindi, imposing Hindi in the state of Tamil Nadu.
All right. I want to cut across right now to the BJP spokesperson, Anil K. Antony. Anil K. Antony, the fact is it's never quite happened in the history of, the education policy in India where the Centre has actually withheld funds. The DMK has constantly opposed the three-language policy, and now the big question is funds to the tune of 5,000 crores are being withheld. You're holding Tamil Nadu to ransom until and unless they actually implement the three-language policy.
Thank you. Thank you for having me in the show. At the moment, what is happening in Tamil Nadu is a very clear case of politicizing an issue which is non-trivial, where the DMK is trying to create divisions which are imaginary, north-south divide, Hindi imposition. But you look at history, this is the third national education policy that has been bought by governments, various governments. In 1968, there was a policy. 1986, there was a policy. Now, 2020, there is a policy. And this policy was there from 2020. It was already announced. This is not something which is out of the blue. The difference between the first two NEPs and now was all three said you need three languages. But the first two very explicitly said that the third has to be Hindi. But in this particular one, the Narendra Modi ji government has made it very inclusive, where every state it is very clearly said you can teach any two Indian languages. It need not be Hindi, like you are talking about South India, or DMK friends are talking South India, Hindi imposition. You can teach two languages. You can teach Tamil, and along with Tamil, you can teach Malayalam, you can teach Kannada, you can teach Telugu, you can teach Marathi, Gujarati, you can teach whatever you want. But somehow because of politics, where an assembly election is coming next year, and because of that, you are creating imaginary fear among people by saying that there is an imposition. There is no imposition. And this policy came in 2020, last year itself. The central government had in 2022 launched the PM Shri program also. And the Tamil Nadu government themselves had told the Ministry of Education that they would like to be a part of it. They would sign an MOU. Now suddenly, especially after the recent election results in Haryana, Maharashtra, in Delhi, where the Bharatiya Janata Party is getting absolute trust of the people, the DMK is very jittery, and you are creating hypothetical scenarios which don't exist. There is no imposition. There is no Hindi imposition. This is an option. This is
Okay. All right, your time's up. I want to bring back A. Sarvanan. 3 questions, A. Sarvanan. Number 1, there is no imposition. It is an option. If you choose, the second language can be Punjabi for all the government cares, because there is no imposition of Hindi. Number 2, you on the 15th March, which has been alleged by the education minister, practically consented to the 3-language policy only to make a U-turn. Number 3, the allegation is all of this is being done primarily to whip up regional rhetoric before elections because you feel that you're losing ground.
Yeah, I'll revert all these, Preeti. See, when we speak about this 3-language formula, that it is not about Hindi, that is hypocrisy, that is duplicity of the BJP. They want to sneak in Hindi. This is akin to a restaurant which will advertise, we have 300 items in the menu. But when we go and ask them, okay, give me chicken curry, they say, no, sir, we don't have chicken curry. We only have idli sambar. No problem. You give us mutton dosa. No, you don't have mutton dosa. We will give you idli sambar. Sir, okay, please give me fish curry and rice. Sorry, sir, we don't have that. We have idli sambar. This is what will happen with this 3-language formula. Who is going to appoint teachers for 20? If in a class, hypothetically, let's say in a class of 40, 20 students want to study 20 different languages. Is every school going to appoint 20 different teachers? What is the resource? Will the union government spare the resources? Do we have that kind of energy and resources? So it is a sham. And we will prove people of Tamil Nadu and the people of this country are aware of this. When Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan spoke about that Tamil Nadu government has agreed, I think his English skills need some more polishing. They said we are keen to sign. Of course, yes. After that, what happens? We were keen to sign based on the recommendations of the committee. And they send us the MOU. In the MOU, they say PM Shri schools will have NEP and 3-language formula consequentially. We say we are not acceptable. This 3-language formula is not acceptable to us. NEP is not acceptable to us. Therefore, we delete those 2 clauses and send it back. And Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan writes to us saying, I am shocked to see that you have taken away NEP and 3-language formula. We said we will not be able to accept that. So where is the DMK backtracking here? This is our policy. In 2020, when they introduced NEP, we were against it. In 2021 elections, we canvassed. We sought votes that we will not allow NEP. People of Tamil Nadu gave us a resounding victory. Are we not answerable to the people of Tamil Nadu? So these are the important things. And when we speak of the 2026 election, we are very,
I'll
very
come back
sure
to you.
we will win this
I'll
election.
come back to you. Mr. Saravanan, I'll come back to you. I want to go back to Mr. Anil K. Antony. Anil K. Antony, you say that it was already there earlier on, but there have been marked differences, and I'll tell you what, and our viewers must know that. Number one, earlier on, English was always the official language. It was always a part of the native language when it came down to the education policy. So it was one of the languages that could be picked as a native language. What the new NEP has done, Anil K. Antony, is removed English and made it a foreign language. So therefore, now, the children, when they look at subjects, they'll have to study English as a foreign language, and they'll need to pick an extra language when it comes down to the native language. So you've made that distinction. Number two, your new NEP actually says that in states where Hindi is not the main language, Hindi should be pushed as an optional language that they should study. Of course, it also says in states where Hindi is the main language, then another language, it could be Telugu, it could be Tamil, it could be Malayalam, needs to be pushed so that, there is, the students in the north learn a regional language as well. And that's the premise, Anil K. Antony, that the DMK says that it's a backdoor entry. You couldn't do it straightforward, so you're now trying to find another way of pushing Hindi as a possible link language, which the DMK is staunchly opposing.
See, in Tamil Nadu with the DMK, there is an unnecessary stress on this word Hindi. I don't know how many of you have read the National Education Policy. It is a 65-page document. And in the 65-page document, the word Hindi is used once, while words like Malayalam, words like Telugu, words like Tamil, it's all used many, many more times. And again, like you rightly said, there is a difference between the previous education policies and this education policy. Here, English is like if you want to learn English, like it is as a foreign language. But that is our option. But then when it comes to the regional languages, there is no government in India's history that has pushed Indian languages as much as Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the NDA government, where in the last few years there have been so many historic steps that was taken. So in this particular case also, like every student who wants to learn, you actually have an option to learn any of the two Indian languages, and that is up to them. And I don't know why Tamil Nadu is so adamant that they will not have a third language, where it doesn't say that it has to be Hindi. It can be any language. It can be, you talk about north-south divide, it can be any southern language. It can be Malayalam, Kannada, Telugu. So what is the problem? And then you look at Tamil Nadu's existing situation. So my esteemed panelists were saying that they were suddenly reluctant to sign in the PM Sri MOU because they have to implement 3 language formulas and NEP. But in Tamil Nadu at this moment, there are so many schools that are functioning. That is, of other syllabuses, ICSE syllabus, CBSE syllabus. There are other international syllabuses, and they all teach 3 languages and even more than 3 languages. And that is already existing. And there are people who are relatives of many ministers, including chief ministers, who are running these schools. So essentially, the message DMK is giving in Tamil Nadu is it is okay for affluent people to study any language they want, but poor students, who are from lower economic communities who are mainly in state schools, they are not allowed to learn 3 languages. That is just unfair.
Okay, I'll come back to you just for 1 minute each. A. Saravanan, 2 charges which the centre made today. Charge number 1 was made by the Education Minister, where the Education Minister, Dharmendra Pradhan, said that you are refusing to even invest in the Tamil language. The situation where the language is concerned is not being pushed very well by your own state government. So it's a rhetoric that you're whipping, it's a hysteria that you're whipping to push regionalism in a state headed for election. Number 2, which what the finance minister said today, Nirmala Sitharaman, yesterday, where she went on and said that you are worshippers of a person who used to call Tamil a language of barbarians, hinting at Periyar.
Yeah. Preeti, Tandai Periyar is one of the iconic figures. If Tamil Nadu has progressed so well, that is because we followed all his rational policies. And Madam Nirmala Sitharaman, ascendancy to political stardom can be directly attributable to her excellent English skills, her excellent communication skills in English and her fluent English. And who made it possible? It is the DMK, it is Tandai Periyar who fought against Hindi imposition. We ensured, 1963, we ensured by the enactment of the Official Languages Act that English and Hindi remain as linked languages. And Madam Nirmala Sitharaman, who is from the state of Tamil Nadu, has benefited immensely She is very fluent English. That is directly attributable to the DMK's anti-Hindi imposition agitations and the stand we took. So she has to thank them for where she is. This is one aspect. The other thing is, when we speak, when the BJP, does the BJP has any moral authority to speak about developing Tamil? What is the kind of money?
Okay.
Today our chief minister has made a wonderful charge. He said, even if you spend 2,000 crores to promote Sanskrit, it cannot be revived. It is a dead language. Why do you spend so much of money on that? How much money you are spending on Tamil? And what moral right you have got to speak about that when you are not spending money, when you are not spending our money there?
Okay, you'll get, I'm going to go to Anil K. Anthony. Anil, Anthony, you'll also get 15 more seconds other than your 1 minute, like your previous panelists. Anil K. Anthony, are you somewhere down the line also treading on very thin line where you bring up Periyar? The ideology of Tamil Nadu is based on Periyarism, and you can see that across party lines, number one. Number two, there was a point which has been made by the education minister saying that the state of Tamil Nadu is not really investing in Tamil. Even if it is correct, shouldn't it also be the responsibility of the centre to push and propagate regional languages, be it Tamil, Telugu or any other language? Isn't it the responsibility of the centre as well to do the same?
Thank you for the question. The central government, like I already mentioned before, no government in Indian history has promoted regional languages and Indian languages as much as the NDA government and Narendra Modi ji led government. My esteemed panelist was commenting on our Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman ji's proficiency in English and Tamil, and one of the reasons for her stature. But she can, let me assure you, she can speak multiple South Indian languages, including Kannada and Telugu, etc., very fluently also. And just like that, the NDA government wants to ensure that other students across India get the same number of opportunities, and this is what we are trying to do in Tamil Nadu also. You look at, again, you talk about Periyar and the comments that were made today. So Bharatiya Janata Party is very clearly exposing the hypocrisy of the DMK, where this is not about Tamil, this is not about respect to Tamil, this is about just bringing unnecessary divisions that don't exist. In the last 10 years itself, like our Prime Minister, like he was the first person to ensure that data sets are created in AI so that good quality content is available in all regional languages. He is the first Prime Minister who ensured.
All right, okay. I appreciate both of you for joining us. I'm sure the debate's going to continue in days to come. It's already peaking in Parliament. Appreciate both of you for joining us. We're going to keep an eye on what's going on in Parliament and outside. Thank you.